Yeah. So my name is Vinay Chitri, and I'm, I have worked in as faculty of engineering for 36 years, and then last 1 year after retirement, I'm working as advisor for Center of Universal Human Values in the same institute. So I got connected to UHV in 2020. Uh, I did two FDPs, introductory FDPs online, and thereafter I started attending weekly meetings. I started volunteering in online workshops. Then in November, December, I did my UHV refresher part one. And from 2021, I think it was second or third batch of morning session. I joined this morning session, and thereafter I was regularly attending this morning session. So these morning sessions have really helped us. Most of us can feel, and for me also, it has helped me a lot. So looking into the steps, there are two exercises which we have gone through. One was exercise one was about observing the self by the self. So the first step, that is be aware, or to be aware of our imagination, the content of imagination. Initially, uh, most of the times it used to slip, but now I can see that I'm aware of my imagination all the time. Sometimes, whenever the feelings are not uh, naturally acceptable, I can immediately correct it. I can evaluate the reason for it. So, due to being aware of our imagination, it helps us to correct the feelings as and when you feel like they are uh, getting disturbed. So, first step, second step, both steps are happening simultaneously. The third step, are you in harmony, happy with the feeling? So, all these two, three steps, when you become aware and when you are able to correct your feelings, I think all these three steps are uh, happening simultaneously. Now, whenever there is a disharmony, or even sometimes I check whether the feeling in me, whether it is of harmony or disharmony, I check whether it is from outside or somebody else, somebody's behavior or some situation is deciding it, or it is within me. So sometimes it is happening that the behavior of the other is uh, affecting my feelings both ways, maybe leading to disharmony, maybe leading to harmony. But that dependency sometimes I can see. Yes. But whatever is happening outside, I can see that the feelings can be decided by me, because whenever there are feelings of disharmony, particularly in the family, when there are arguments. So at that time, sometimes the feelings are disturbed. There is a little anger also, but it can be recovered very easily. That I can see. I have experienced many times. Now, this feeling of relationship or opposition, harmony or disharmony, coexistence or struggle, it is still in the process. So I'm trying to uh, experientially validate it, whether these feelings are in relationship Of course, they are in relationship, but not all the time. Many times I'm not able to see the relationship. Of course, it's not only with human beings, but even with all the units. So, six and seven steps, and I'm trying to experientially validate it because I'm not very sure that I'm doing it all the time. But for first five steps, there is a lot of clarity, and thanks to this morning session, that I'm able to do this because earlier, before this, many times I used to sleep. I used to, if something it happens good, some people praise me. I used to be in ego. Sometimes I used to go into depression. And whenever these feelings are not in harmony, the behavior outside was also problematic, and uh, it used to create again further disharmony in me. And I used to think I should not have expressed this way. So that was happening earlier. But now it has come to this level that I am able to be aware and I am able to, means hardly with any expression, I get, uh, so I feel like I shouldn't have done. That is about uh, first exercise. Then about second exercise, of course, this input was there from childhood that we are not only a body. So, but that clarity was missing. So now, after going through this exercise two, I am able to see every sensation which is coming in body. Many times I sit particularly when this morning session is there or when I am having leisure time. I'll sit and I'll just watch. I'll close my eyes and watch what all are the sensations which are coming. And I try to read that sensation. A few days before, uh, in Diwali season, due to disturbed routine, I felt one day that there is some mouth ulcer like, and I'm not able to eat anything which is creating some pain in it. So then, uh, I earlier I used to take some pills. I used to go to doctor and get some medicine. But now uh, I decided to evaluate that rightly, and then uh, I also used the house remedy, that is turmeric and uh, honey, both mixed. I did it for 2 days, and I could recover myself. Similarly, there are so many other issues which uh, we look at uh, for our body. If we are able to evaluate rightly what is happening, what is the sensation, uh, and from that sensation, if we are able to understand that what is required to be done, so I think most of these issues regarding uh, disharmony in the body can be taken care of. Before this morning session or UHV, I had frequent headaches. Almost every alternate day, I used to have headaches. And I used to try all that I was doing to get rid of that headache. But now I am able to evaluate. However, it is not that frequent or not many times. Sometimes even it happens. So I evaluate it, whether it is because of the posture, a particular posture in which I was sitting, or is it because of some sort of acid, or is it because I have not drunk water for a long time. I can identify that and accordingly I take a decision. And most of the time, I can take over that. I can get rid of that. There are few samskars which I'm still trying to work on, particularly uh, test based. Of course, it has dropped to a certain level, but still, uh, sometimes it happens that whenever something is tasty, I eat little more than the required, than the usual diet. So that I am trying to get rid of. And one more, I can see that whenever I am leaving for some other city for workshop or something, some other uh, activity, whenever I'm leaving my family members, for almost 2 3 hours, I feel that anxiety in me. And few times I also feel like, can I cancel this? So that is also I can see that there must be, I'm not able to identify what samskar it is, but that is happening most of the time. So I am in coexistence in space. The body is coexistence in space. The coexistence of self and body, I am able to understand to some extent. But these three feelings, that is coexistence, harmony, and relationship, that still the coexistence, I'm not very sure that I'm able to see that always or have that feeling of coexistence in me. So still the journey is on, and I really feel gratitude towards all the mentors. Uh, Thank you very much. जी, समीर भैया.
There are conflicts. I mean, I find two sanskars and they are conflicting. Then I get confused. And
Yeah.
I hope you understand my question, Bhaiya.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So actually, what I have understood, uh, Gopal Bhaiya may correct me, uh, whenever some decision or some choice we are making, okay, now if I look at what choice I am making and what decision I am taking, and if I verify it with my natural acceptance, it is naturally acceptable or not, and even if it is not naturally acceptable, that decision or that choice I am taking, I think that is what is considered that we are not for decisions and our
Your voice is not coming clearly, Bhaiya.
okay. So I think uh, the decisions we make, the choices we make, that are basically
Vinay, there is
that is all.
some break or some trouble in the
So
noise.
just a minute, right?
Yeah.
Remove the headphone.
That is very good. Fine.
Now is it okay?
It's
Ji,
very
ji,
much
yes.
yeah.
So I think whatever samskar you have, that samskar guides your decisions, your choices. So anything which is happening in the body, any sensation which is received by the self, and whatever decision we make, we can check it with our natural acceptance. And again, when we check it, when we note it, we'll come to know that whatever decisions we are making, is it naturally acceptable or not? So anything, any choice or any decision which is taken with a feeling which is not naturally acceptable, I think that is something which we need to work on, because that is a part of samskar. which is guiding my decision, my choice. Right? Does that help you?
Yes, yes, जी भैया. Okay भैया, thank you भैया.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Neetu and Didi and Vinay Bhaiya for that response. So we have with us Amipara Manilalji. Namaste Bhaiya. Over to you for the question. Amipara ji, you are muted. Amipara Bhaiya, mic is passed to you. You are muted now.
No, it was by mistake.
Okay. So we have Dr. Raju Namdaraoji. Namaste.
जी नमस्ते नमस्ते सभी को नमस्ते गोपाल बाबू भैया नमस्ते तारा भैया नमस्ते विनय भैया
Namaste ji. Namaste. Bataiye.
It's a very nice sharing and you are my mentor and co-explorer. Whatever that you are putting in front of me, I am always trying to follow. So I want to just say it's a very nice sharing. Wishing all the best भैया.
Thank you.
जी भैया जी. Thank you भैया.
Thank you, Raju Namdaraoji. Namaste. We move on to Ganesh Chattopadhyay. Namaste, Ganesh Bhaiya.
Hello, namaste.
Namaste.
Am I audible, Sunil Bhaiya?
Yes, yes, clearly audible. Please go ahead.
Okay, thank you. Vinay Bhaiya,
Ji.
your sharing also. Earlier also I have listened at least three times earlier. Now, today I'm seeing day by day, year by year. It is going very short, but okay, it is well planned and very good presented. But yeah, I would like to know only your experience on that. I am there, so I exist. Body is there, so body exists. So please highlight any interaction and existence in coexistence or coexistence in existence on that part, Bhaiya. I am there and body is there. Please, Bhaiya,
Yeah.
just highlight. I would like to know from you actually.
Ji, ji. So what I can see that when we look at our imagination, when we look at our feelings, our thoughts, and when we are receiving the sensations throughout the body. So with inputs from the UHV content and now observing it, we are able to see that I am distinct reality. Okay. And the body is a distinct reality. So body I can sense, I see that body is there by eyes also, it is visible, or by sensation also. And for myself, existence of self, I can see through the thoughts, feelings which are continuously going on. Now, coexistence you are talking about, is it self and body coexistence you are talking about?
Yes, correct.
Yeah. So I can see that for me to exist as a human being, I need to coexist with body, right? And then I can feel that responsibility of the body to keep it healthy so that I can use it. And the most of the time, the fear which we have of death, actually it is the fear of losing the body or leaving the body.
Correct.
For any human being, the deadliest fear is fear of death. Because what can tell us that they are coexisting?
Correct, Bhaiya, correct.
Thank you, brother. Thank you.
अच्छा भैया और just half minute Sunil bhai also I am requesting Vinay bhaiya that I am in space and body is in space, please that
I'm trying to understand that. I'm not sure whether I have really understood it. Of course, I can see that there is space outside, and it is only logically I can see that in between body and me there is a space, because these are two distinct or different units that I can see. But space as in entire I don't think I have understood it entirely. I'm trying working on it.
Okay,
It will take some time. So
thank you bhaiya, all the best, with all regards and my heartiest gratitude, all of you including me. Thank you bhaiya, thank you.
Thank you, Ganesh Bhaiya. Nice question, and Vinay Bhaiya responded that nicely. Vinay Bhaiya, I would like to ask you regarding your commitment part, because I think you could not mention that. And I know that you are the advisor for the University of Green Valley Cell in your institution. Even after your retirement, you will continue that. But I could listen, I mean, all of us would like to listen from you regarding the new commitments which you have been, as per the indicators regarding the University of Green Valleys. Yeah, over to you.
Bhaiya, can you briefly tell me what exactly you want?
Yeah, the commitment part. You are committed to the college. That is evident.
Yeah. So, looking about my commitment, I have already the moment I did this first workshop, there itself I felt that this is what I was searching for. And with joining this morning session, listening to Ganeshji in that batch, it has really made me to think that yes, I can devote my entire remaining life for this UHV activities. And as far as the institute is concerned, we are already started working for 100% awareness amongst the staff, students, and even extending it to the family members of faculties and students that we are trying to do. And still, this is in the initial stages, but in future we are planning to have extend these activities to at least 10 districts. Recently, I had a meeting with university authorities. Before that, Umesh Bhaiya has already talked with them. And yesterday, we could have a discussion. They are planning to have a workshop for their faculties. And then at the university level also, they are even the BC has approved it. Now, with some more time, I think those activities will be getting initiated, and there are about 350, more than 350 colleges, non-technical colleges also. I think once university takes it up, huge work will start in this region. So that is commitment I have, and thanks to my family members, my authorities in the institute who are allowing me to do so.
Ji Bhaiya, thank you so much for that sharing, commitment part particularly. I request now Gopal Bhaiya regarding your comments and remarks regarding Vinay Bhaiya's sharing. Gopal Bhaiya, over to you.
Namaste Bhaiya, am I audible?
Yes, Bhaiya, audible.
Okay. So, Namaste Vinay Bhaiya.
Ji, Namaste Bhaiya.
I conducted one workshop with Vinay Bhaiya in South, right Bhaiya?
Yeah, Nandyal.
Nandial, yes. So nice Bhaiya. So very honest sharing from Vinay Bhaiya. And the good thing is, Bhaiya has accepted the content in the form of proposals, and he is verifying it rather than just accepting it as true. So in his sharing, he has honestly accepted whatever he is able to observe or whatever he is not able to observe. So both part he has put honestly. And this is the way we all can move towards self-development. So taking content as a proposal and verifying all the time. This is the process. And Bhaiya is doing that very nicely, dedicatedly. And I can also see some changes in Bhaiya and the way Bhaiya is speaking. And when I listened him first time, so there is a change that I can see also. And changes takes time because when there is a change in sanskar level, then it reflects at feeling level, then it reflects at thought level, then it comes in behavior. So it takes long time. And evaluating sanskar is not so easy. We all have process, but it takes time depending on our previous sanskar. So it takes time. So maybe people are able to see it outside or may not be able to see it outside. But important is, am I able to see subtle changes that are happening in me? That will make us stable. So if few changes are happening in me at the level of sanskar, feeling, then I will be comfortable. It may take long time to reflect outside, but internally I may feel comfortable. And that is our motivation. So as in terms of indication, we can check within ourselves that I am becoming stable day by day or not. That I can check in myself. And people can see these changes in terms of behavior. So when my stability reflects in behavior, then people can see it. But important is internal changes that I can sense immediately. So that is important. And regarding, as Vinay Bhaiya was sharing, that he is working on observing his coexistence with the space. So we discussed it many times that space is a subtle reality. So to see this reality, we need to go inside us at the level of feeling, at the level of sanskar, at the level of drashta, at the level of realization. So as we will move inside, then we can see more subtle realities. Right? So within the domain of sensation, we cannot see this subtle reality, but we can sense, we can think of it logically. But ultimately, we need to work inside us and we need to shift from body to imagination, then in imagination, from thoughts to feeling, feeling to sanskar, and sanskar to state of pure observers. And this is the activity when I can see my coexistence with ever present reality, space. So nice, Bhaiya. For me, important is that we have understood the process. It may take a long time for someone, it may take short time to reach to the state, but important is accepting the process as it is. So that is important for me, and Vinay Bhaiya is working on it. So thank you, Vinay Bhaiya. That's from
Thank
my
you very
side.
much. Ji, Bhaiya. Many times in the morning session, I would means I would have a question. I would also raise hand, but then before I was given microphone, the query used to get resolved within myself, and that is why many times I raise hand and again I uh, lowered it. Ji, Bhaiya. Thank you.
Thank you, Bhaiya.
Thank you, Gopal Bhaiya, for the reflection on Vinay Bhaiya sharing. Yeah, now we have a couple more hands raised. Maybe questions to Vinay Bhaiya. So I request the corresponders, we can make use of this time. Then now we have 20 more minutes for the English session to conclude. So we can make use of the time to ask questions to Vinay Bhaiya or content questions to Gopal Bhaiya. So we'll start with Devi Prasad Musaji. Namaste.
नमस्ते भैया सुनील जी नमस्ते
Namaste.
नमस्ते विनय भैया नमस्ते
जी नमस्ते भैया
नमस्ते गोपाल भैया I have a small question that as a pure observer how would you maintain the pure observation throughout two exercises 1 and 2 all these steps how do you maintain and that is a big question for me and therefore if you can put some light on that that will be better. Thank you.
So I think Gopal Bhaiya
Ji,
would be
Bhaiya.
answering to that. Ji.
Ji, Bhaiya. So when we are at this state of pure observer, we are uninfluenced from our sanskar, from outside world. Right? And once we are uninfluenced and we can see this state in ourselves, then it will motivate us to be in that state. Because at that state, I am not bound with my body. I can sense that I am not bound with my body. I am not bound with outside activities. So I have choice to interact with my body, to interact outside, or I have choice to be in a state of pure observer. So this motivation that now I am uninfluenced, this motivation encourages to be in that state. And this is what we all are looking for, to be in a state when we are uninfluenced from outside activities. Right. So I can maintain that state with my choice, and once I am able to see even for a moment, then it motivates us to be in that state. So in that state, I can feel continuous happiness. And whenever I need to interact with body, I can interact. Whenever I feel need to interact outside, I can interact without getting affected from outside environment. So this will motivate us to be in a state of pure observer.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. But how it is maintained at what, in which step? Particularly, those steps are, if it can be earmarked, particularly there is the chance. So I am asking that, so that I will be a little careful about it.
If you see this exercise 1, in exercise 1, in step 1, we are asking to observe ourselves without giving any reaction. So this without giving any reaction can happen when I am in state of pure observer. So if you see step 1, in step 1 we are trying to be in state of pure observer. Then step 2, 3, 4, next steps are outcome of the state of pure observer. So if you are asking the step, so step 1, we are talking in the state of pure observer, right? So we are saying that observe as it is, don't react into it, don't get involved into it. And through step 1, we are trying to be in state of pure observer. So step 1 is helping us to be in state of pure observer. And once we are in state of pure observe, then step 2, 3, 4, these are helping us to evaluate my sanskar. Right. So if you are asking step, tell me the step. So step 1 is enough to be in state of pure observer.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Yes. And next 4 also, step 4 also. Can we see?
Yes. So next steps we can do naturally when I have completed step 1. So once I am in state of pure observer, then I can see my sanskar, then I can see my feelings, then I can see who's taking decision. So if I am taking decision, then I can evaluate my sanskar. So all these steps are natural outcome. If I am not in state of pure observer, if I have not completed this step 1 and we are performing step 2, 3, 4, it will create trouble for us, because if I am in state of imagination, if I am at the level of imagination and I am trying to evaluate my sanskar, I may get trapped into my sanskar. I may be thinking logically. So that's why in step 1, we are trying to be in state of pure observer. With this, I can evaluate my sanskar without getting affected from it. Right?
Yeah.
Okay, bhai.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. It may help me a little. Yeah.
Namaste, bhai.
Namaste.
Thank you, Devi Krishna Mishraji. And that question is helping, all of us to improve our self-exploration and the clarity. Thank you, Gopal Bhaiya, for the response. We have Prashant ji with us. Namaste, Prashant Bhaiya.
जी नमस्ते नमस्ते सभी को गुड मॉर्निंग विनय भैया जी जी विनय जी
Yes, right.
We have a small question. What I can find from your commitment, as our age advances, our commitment increases. Please, I can see this from your this all 250 colleges and you are doing, because I am also on the verge of retirement. So my question is, after retirement, I can do more activities related to self, I can say. Please.
Yeah. So when I did my first workshop, I found that this is what I was searching for. And then there was a thought that yes, I should devote myself for this. Right from the age when I was trying to see what I should do, I had a assumption that, or I had a preconditioning that at old age, I have seen many people that if they are not able to contribute to the younger generation, they don't get value. They are not important people. So they must have something to give to the younger generation or others, to the society, to the family, which
Mhm.
they do not have. So
Mhm.
younger generation will not come to you for money. Of course, they will need money, but
Mhm.
they will not only give you value for money.
जी.
You should have something which you can give to them, which they do not have. So I
Yeah.
think content, this understanding, if you share with them,
जी.
you will have value. You will have something to participate into the larger order.
जी.
And this UHV content has really helped in that. So I
जी.
can see even after retirement, within 1 week, I
Mhm.
was called by my Director General
Yeah.
to these activities.
Exactly. जी.
Yeah. And now I can see that I am participating for the society, to
Mhm.
some extent for the family also. Of course,
Right.
for the nature, I'm not doing many things, but that commitment is there. Whenever I get a opportunity, I'll do that.
जी. जी. Yeah. Thank
Fortunately,
you very much.
the
Yeah. Please
administration has
continue.
helped me, given me that
Mhm.
opportunity.
Mhm. जी.
Yeah. Thank you.
So finally,
Yeah.
time is not bar. Huh? Thank you. Thank you
Yeah,
all.
yeah.
Namaste.
Mhm.
Namaste. Thank you. Sunil Bhaiya. Over to you.
Yeah. Thank you. We have Kumari Didi, mic is passed to you.
Namaste. Yeah, namaste, Bhaiya. Namaste to all the co-explorers. Yeah, Bhaiya, thank you, Bhaiya, for the sharing. Now it will help us like streamlining our own sharing. And as Bhaiya told, it is very crisp. Uh, it is again a quick recap of what we have learned for all 3 months. So now here is a question to Gopal Babu Bhaiya. Bhaiya, here is like think when we think and when we feel. I have this doubt that sometimes when we are asked, do not take things personal, do not feel for it. But sometimes the sensation outside is so intense that we are tend to react on it. We catch it directly. So, like thinking is moving with the imagination or reacting to it, or is it something else? Does it happening at somewhere else, or is it part of the imagination? I just want to have some clarity about it, Bhaiya.
Thinking is part of imagination only. See, what
And
has happened
feeling?
is, yeah, feeling and thought. So whatever is happening
Yeah.
outside, initially it used to affect me. So in the classroom also, if the students are doing some mischief, I used to get anger, and then I used to shout on them. But uh, in 2022, I observed that I was conducting a session, UHV session on students. There were about more than 300 students, and a few of the students who were sitting on the last bench, they were doing some mischief. They were laughing, and the others were getting distracted by that. So I requested these 4 students to come and sit on the front row. So 3 of them came and sat on the front row, but one of them came directly and sat on my chair on the stage. So that time I could first time observe that I continued to share the content. I was not getting affected by his behavior. For some time he sat there, and after some time he went and sat on the first row. So this entire incident, I was unaffected. I shared it with Umesh Bhaiya, and Umesh Bhaiya said that yes, this is what is changing. So now, after 2 years, 2.5 years, I am able to see that the behavior of the others is not um, disturbing me. Even most of the times, it happens with the spouse also. Uh, At one time I was moving, I was traveling to Pune in my car. I was driving. Earlier, whenever there was some argument with spouse, I used to get irritated. Anger used to creep on me, and that was affecting my driving. I used to drive fast, and all that thing was used to happen. But one day I found that she was shouting on me, but still I was calm. I was even sometimes I was smiling when she was talking something illogical, and that has helped me. So I did not react. I was able to respond, and after 10-15 minutes, she also got calm. So otherwise, if I would have anger or irritation and I would have reacted, the situation have gone worst. This I am able to observe, and now I can see that I am hardly getting disturbed by the external behavior of the others. Even the situations outside, whenever we are conducting some session or lecture, if the electricity has gone and we are not able to have this microphone or PPT running, even that time we can ensure our harmony that we are able to see. So it takes time, but what is required is continuous observation and practicing. Because whatever are these proposals which we have gone through during workshop, we have to experientially validate it. Once I was driving and suddenly I got a call. So I immediately took my vehicle to the left side, and there were two youngsters who were coming behind me, and they have to apply brake. So they came, they overtook me, and the one who was riding that bicycle, he stopped his vehicle and came with aggression. That time I could recollect that feeling of relationship is naturally acceptable to everyone. So when he was coming closer, I opened my window and I just asked him, "What? Kya hua, beta?" And these words, the expression, the calmness, the feeling, I had ensured that feeling in me. And when I talked to him, that aggression was lowered. And then he started saying, "Ki kya uncle, kaise chala rahe hain?" Otherwise, it would have been a different scenario. So these are some of the uh, incidences where you can validate these proposals. So this helps you. Ji.
Yes, Bhaiya, it is really helping us. Thank you. But sometimes our awareness is overpowered by the immediately occurring sanskar, and we are
Yeah.
tend to react according to that. Yeah, these proposals are really helping, and we can see the gradual change. I can see the gradual change which is happening, and my horizons are getting widened. And this conference, which was really a wonderful show or wonderful thing, which it should happen every year. I get a lot of things out of it. So this whole UHV team is working very dedicatedly, and kudos to them. They deserve a good round of applause. Thank you so much, Bhaiya. Thank you so much.
Yeah, nice. Thank you, Pramod Kumari Didi and Vinay Bhaiya, for that conversation. We have 2 minutes left out. So we can take maybe one more question or sharing. We have Anbarishu Bhaiya with us. Namaste.
Good morning to everyone. This first question is to Vinay Bhaiya. Bhaiya, after undergoing these exercises, is there any specific programs you adopted in the part of self-regulation, like kind of intake or posture? This one for Vinay Bhaiya, and also for Gopal Bhaiya, I heard many of the research persons spoke about this Vasudeva Kudumbakam concept in the conference. I want your insight on that word Vasudeva Kudumbakam. That's all. Thank you.
जी भैया. See, if you see tradition of India, you know, so people realized in very early stage this oneness, coexistence, you know, interconnectedness. So people realized this coexistence, and they were aware that my existence is not in isolation. My existence is in coexistence with each unit and also this all-pervading reality space. So people realized this many years ago, in very early stages. So they realized that the whole universe is a one family, not only this earth. This whole universe is interconnected. There is a oneness, and each activity is happening in coexistence with others. Because they realized it, that's why they formulated it. Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. We all are one family. If you see how much time I have, it's 6:30. Otherwise, I can expand it more. But okay, I briefly finish it. So people realized it, that there is a coexistence, interconnectedness. So they realized it. And if you see all the scriptures that has been written in our Indian culture, in India, so you can see in three parts. One part of scripture will be helping us to see this reality of coexistence. Another part of any scripture will be helping us now how to think of this coexistence, how to ensure this coexistence. And third part of any scripture will be helping us how to behave, how to work in coexistential manner. So if you see any Indian scripture, it will be expanding. It is expanded in these three parts. One part will help us to see the reality. Second part will help us to have feeling, thought according to coexistence. And third part will be in the form of ethics, how to behave, how to work, so that this coexistence can be ensured with each unit. Right. So this is the fundamental intention of Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, that we all are one, and we are all working together, and each unit exists in coexistence of others.
Nice, Priya. Thank
Yes.
you. Maybe we'll discuss more in the future. Thank you.
Yes. Namaste.
Thank you, Gopal Bhaiya, for that interesting reflection. Thank you, Rishi Bhaiya, for the question. So it is time for the Hindi session. And we can let us thank all. All of us thank Inapia for his crisp and nice sharing and reflections to questions in the English morning session. Now we switch over to the